Hey guys, welcome to my current events and topics page. Iran launches more than a dozen missiles into Iraq, targeting U.S. coalition forces, Pentagon says. So let's take a listen at what they have to say.
These attacks have been taking place where these bases are in Iraq, and of course, what the damage will be from them. We have learned that President Trump has been briefed on what's been going on. The White House put out a statement roughly about 15 or 20 minutes or so, if we can put it up. It basically says that the White House is aware of the reports of the attacks on U.S. facilities in Iraq. The president has been briefed and is monitoring the situation closely and consulting with his national security team. That's coming from the White House press secretary, Stephanie Grisham, within the last 15 or 20 minutes or so. Now, we have not heard yet exactly how the U.S. would decide to respond to an attack like this, but of course, there right now is the concern for the people that are on the ground, the Americans that are based at these different facilities all across Iraq, and what the damage will look like. We have seen some of the images starting to pop up on social media from groups trying to show that these were the missile launches, these were the rocket attacks as they were going on, Lou. But right now, there is simply so much that we do not know. We have heard from some lawmakers at this point, including from Connecticut Senator Chris Murphy, who said right now that he is simply praying for all of the American troops that are stationed overseas in Iraq. And Lou, at this point right now, we're also waiting to find out whether or not congressional leaders may have been notified about what was going on. There has been a report that's come out in the last few minutes that Speaker Pelosi may have been having a chance to be briefed on what was going on. However, we have not confirmed that yet. That's just happening right now, Lou. So one of the big questions, of course, is what is this going to mean for U.S. infrastructure that is over there, and of course for American lives? That is the biggest concern at this hour, is what will this mean for the American service members that are based over there in Iraq? We have been waiting to see whether or not we'll hear more from the White House tonight. They had already called it lid, essentially meaning that they didn't expect any more news to happen this evening at the White House. We've already seen some reporters making their way back. It's snowing here in Washington, and not normally that wouldn't be a big deal in January, but a number of the government offices closed early today, Lou, to make sure that people could get home to beat the storm. It's unclear whether or not that would have impacted anybody at the Pentagon or anybody else that would have been needing to be on hand to be abreast of what's happening there in Iraq. Lou, we have not heard again any additional updates on what's going on, but we are waiting to find out whether or not some congressional leaders knew about what Iran was doing as it was unfolding, and what, of course, their response. Again, we're waiting to see as this all unfolds in the next couple of minutes and several hours ahead. Lou?
Mark, thank you very much. Mark Meredith reporting from Washington.
Okay, guys, there you have it. They fired more than a dozen ballistic missiles into Iraq. They targeted the U.S. military and coalition forces. Let's see. Anyway, guys, this is just, we seen this coming. They said they were going to do it. They're kind of stupid, but, I'm just going to end it with this. I'm not going to read the whole article. I'm just going to say, with things like this going on in our world, don't you think it's time that we stop fighting each other over petty YouTube mess or family mess? Don't you think it's time to just love our neighbors as ourselves and really try and pray for everyone and just try hard to get along? The Bible says, if it possible, be at peace with everyone. If at all possible, be at peace with everyone. I know that's not possible, but we can do it. We as a one person can do it. So, guys, just keep an eye out, and I just hope this makes us open our eyes that we have to live each day like it's our last. And yes, this may be nothing. This may just dissolve, but I'm just saying that it just gives you a reminder that life is really precious, and we have to love one another. Let's take our eyes off of the world and put our eyes on God. Guys, have a great day. Bye-bye.